What's up guys, it's Missy. I am back with another SimCity Build-It video. Today we're going to be doing the part 2 of the Black Friday sale video. For those of you guys who are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get started. So, I do have a Facebook page and a Facebook group, two totally different things. You can click like on the Facebook page and join on the Facebook group, and then I'll go ahead and accept your member request, and then you can see all the updates, files, things like that. So, for those of you guys who follow the channel regularly, you probably knew about the sale ahead of time, so you were able to kind of prepare for that. Just know, like I said in yesterday's video, that these categories are on sale 3 at a time. Okay, so you will have a chance to purchase everything in the game, and then once you're done, on the final day, they actually allow all the categories to go on sale. So you'll have another chance to buy stuff. At least that's how it's worked for the last 6 years. Another thing that I wanted to touch base on yesterday, we talked about the side pass here. Now last year it was ridiculous to unlock. It was like $60 or $70. Now this year it's a little bit different. If you do it right, you can get it for about $20, $25. So what I did is I actually ended up purchasing that $9.99 pea shooter building, which came with, I believe, 300. Then I bought the VU pass for $2.99. That came with 300. And then I got 2 of the $4.99 bundle packs, and those ones I believe came with 300 each. So for $25, I was able to finish the Maxis, now the Maxis Manor side pass. Now that's actually a pretty good deal, considering you get 10,000 war simoleons, you get the cottage in the forest, you get some keys, some storage, 6 of each storage, which is not actually, it's not bad, 4 of each VU, and so on. So given the fact that you're going to be purchasing cash anyway for the sale usually, or at least a lot of people do, throwing an extra 10 bucks at it might be wise. Now, if you're somebody who is or has not unlocked a regional map yet, it will remain locked until you unlock a regional map. The way that the Maxis works is you get 9 total that are available to you, 1 per regional map, but you can place them on other maps. Once you place the building, there's no way to store the building. The only possible way to remove it from the map is to bulldoze it and then buy it again, which would be absolutely ridiculous. So, that being said, make sure that you guys place it on whatever map that you want it to be on permanently. Alright, so as for the sale, we have the landscape category, the transportation, and the gambling. Now, the transportation and gambling are relatively small, so I'm going to talk about these ones first. Transportation, there really isn't any 4-pointers. So you've got this one, which is really good. The heliport is good for population boost, especially if you're somebody who needs to unlock, upcoming maps. Then you've got this one. Now, some people say, well, I'm going to buy this one. Don't buy this one, okay? The Omega Tube Terminal is a ripoff. And the reason it's a ripoff is because even though it is a 3-pointer, it's a 12 by 12 area with a 40% pop boost, whereas this one is an 18 by 18 and a 50% pop boost and a 3-pointer, and it's only gold keys, not platinum. So, you've got the balloon park here. Now, this is something that I purchase for the purpose of the hot air balloons, not for the purpose of the pop boost. All the other stuff is pretty much just buy it if you actually want it, like you like the look of it. Now, as for regional hotspots, now these are not cheap, okay? I do have a video where I talk about the cost, the price or whatever. The population requirements for, let's say, this one, for the final is 440,000 on the pop. That means if you do not have 440,000 people on your Frosty map, you will not be able to purchase the level 10 hotspot, okay? Now, that being said, just for the last 2 levels, with the sale, you're looking at 45,000 regional currency. That's for the last 2 levels. That doesn't include all the previous levels before that. It is very expensive. They range from, the final one ranges from 43,000 to 54,000. So some of them are a little bit more than others. Now I do talk about this in my other video, and I kind of go through and I give you guys the general cost, the general list per category and per hotspot. So definitely check that video out if you need to, but just know that if you do not have a lot of regional trees, and that's something that you are going to want in the future to design, I highly recommend that you go towards the landscape and the trees than you do towards the hotspots. These are an absolute ripoff, especially if you're somebody who doesn't already have them upgraded to a certain point, and if you don't have enough regional currency. So if you're sitting on like 50,000 or less regional currency, it doesn't really make sense to upgrade a few hotspot levels just to have a 2 or 3 pointer building and then end up not being able to buy any regional trees to design with. So that being said, if you're somebody who has a bunch of regional currency and you don't want to design, or you have plenty of trees and you have a bunch left over, then yes, now would be the time to upgrade these hotspots when they are half off. Okay, so really it comes down to preference of what it is that you like and what it is that you want to purchase and how much you have and all that good stuff. So now that we've talked about that, let's go to the gambling category. Now, the gambling category honestly doesn't have a lot, which is surprising because you think that they would make more casinos. This one is what I used, the luxury casino, or luxurious casino, is what I used to boost pop. It is not good for epic pointers, but it is a 60% boost, 16 by 16, and it only costs gold keys. The Omega Casino is an excellent one because it's only 10 platinum keys right now, which is great, and it's a 3-pointer with a 50% pop boost, okay? Now, these two here are really popular, the House of Spades and the Snake Eyes Casino. I highly recommend that if you like either one of these, that you go ahead and purchase whatever it is that you like of those. And then same goes for the regional hotspots. All regional hotspots, same advice. We're not going to go through all that again. But and just to let you guys know, they do change appearances a total of 3 times. And I believe it's every 3 levels, and then on the final, which would be 4 levels, because there's 10. So I believe on the 3rd level it changes, and then I think the 6th, and then the 10th. Don't quote me on that, but I think that that's how it works. If you want to see what it looks like on its final level, all you have to do is place it down on your map and then click it, and it will show you the banner. It's a really crappy photo, but place it down like so, and then click it, and then you can see up at the top left there what it looks like when it's maxed out. Okay. So as you can see here, when I place it down and I click on it, it tells me it is a level 8. To bring it up to a level 9, I need a total population of 500,000, which I have. And then it's going to, let's see, cost me 18,000 cactus currency, which would be double that if it was not for the sale. Now, I only have 21,000 cactus currency. I don't particularly care much for the cactus trees, and I do have quite a few of them already. So I haven't decided entirely what I'm going to do, if I'm just going to buy $20,000 worth of cactus trees, or if I'm just going to do the one hotspot. I may go with the one hotspot, like I said, because I don't care much for these trees. But another thing that you guys can do if you are wanting to buy the trees and you don't have a lot of regional currency, but you have a lot of cash, you can just go for the 4-pack. Okay, now another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is these new trees here. These ones I highly recommend that you buy in 4-packs, okay? Try to only buy a few in the singles. And the reason being is because if you look here, it's $25 for a single. Okay, so if you had to buy 4 singly, that's $100. Here you get 4 singly for $50. So I highly recommend that you buy them in the 4-packs. Only buy them in the singles for, you know, design purposes. Maybe you don't want to lay them down in 4-packs, you want to lay them down in 1. So then go ahead and buy them that way. But just know that you're getting a hell of a lot better deal. You get 2 for free, essentially, when you buy it in the 4-pack, okay? That goes for this one here, these 2 yellows, and these ones here, okay? So, as for, let's go back real quick. Also, as for water, do not, and this is one of the most important things, do not buy ponds today, okay? It's a waste of keys right now. So, ponds are not on sale. You can buy them at any time. Your gold keys are precious. You need to use them for other things. So, it doesn't make any bit of sense to use all of your keys up on an item that hasn't dropped in price. Save your keys for something else. Now, what type of water should you purchase? Well, here's the thing. The big lake here, this one, even though it does cover more ground, it can also be kind of a pain in the butt to design with, right? Because it's 3 wide. So you always have to add an extra piece if you want to do like 2 bridges. So just know that it's great for large bodies of water, and you probably should purchase quite a few of these, but you also want to purchase a fair share of lakes, because those ones will come in handy a lot more often, as they are a little bit more ideal in terms of placement. So what you'll find when you design is that when things are 2x2 or 1 square, they're so much easier to design with. When things are like 3x2, they're a pain in the butt, okay? So when they're 3x3, also a pain in the butt sometimes. You kind of start to realize like which buildings work good and work on a good layout and which ones don't. So just know that if you're going to be doing large bodies of water, I highly recommend that you get the big lakes, but you also get a combination of the regular lakes. What you may have to do is put some stuff in storage. So you place something down, purchase it, put everything in storage, place the new something down. Now this is going to be tedious and time consuming. So I highly recommend that you get a head start on it, okay? It's going to take me some time to get through all this stuff. Now, I am going to go through and I'm going to calculate up how many deltas and waterfalls that I want, because one of my key pieces of advice to you guys is to get the bigger items now. Get the littler items either when you're done or after, at a different time. Right now, you don't want to whittle away large sums of resources to stuff that you can buy easily at any point in time during the year. If something is 20 keys right now, it's 10 keys, right? So that's relatively easy to aim for. What you really want to aim for is the stuff that is harder to obtain, like deltas. Things that cost 120 platinum keys being 60 platinum keys. Those are the things that you want to aim for. Okay, so try to get all of your big purchases done first, and then whatever you have left over. And also keep in mind that you do need to save some stuff, because if you end up, what'll end up happening is after this is all said and done, Christmas is just right around the corner, and you never know what buildings they're going to put out and for what cost. You don't want to be in a situation where you have no way to purchase some of the stuff. Now, I always tell people all the time not to sell their VU items and not to sell any rares, to always trade things. And by rares, that would include dozer, storage, VU. I see VU all the time on the global market. I highly recommend that you guys stop selling your VU items. Start launching them, okay? Coins are super easy to obtain. So it doesn't make any sense to sell your VU items for coins when those are keys. I don't care if you're a player that wants just epics, or if you want just population, or if you are a player that goes for war only, or if you're a design player. All 4 of those types of players require gold keys to be successful, whether it's to upgrade your war cards, buy pop boosters, buy epic pointers, or buy stuff for design. So nobody should be selling their VU and being logical about it, okay? The bridges, those ones actually go up in price, and then usually they cap out at a certain value, so just be aware of that. This one here is 2 platinum keys right now. Mine's up to 195 on this one. These here, I was told by a member of my group that even though they hadn't purchased them, that because they were gifted them in the past, that they went up in cost. So it doesn't matter if you purchase it, all that matters is that you own it. So it will go up in cost based off that, which really sucks. Okay, the boats. Now, yes, these are actually kind of, decent. I like them. I wish they would put out some better ones, but I'm going to wait to buy these things until I'm done buying the larger items. Same with the floating restaurants. But basically, my whole day is going to be dealing with trees. Now, when it comes to animals, okay, the animals are another really good item for people who like to design, because nothing in this category requires a road besides the restaurants, the floating restaurants, really. So, well, and the bridges, of course. The animals are excellent. You don't have to put them towards any roadway or anything. So I highly recommend that you guys get some of those, being how they're half price. They'll be 30 cash for these 2. I believe this one's like 60 cash or something, maybe 55. Can't remember. The rabbits cost gold keys, and those ones actually have like a little piece of water, which makes them look halfway decent when you're designing. Then you've got the sheep, which are kind of an odd shape, but they've got like the little pink trees, which makes them kind of cute. I really do like those. Again, don't go crazy with it and buy a million of these things. Just buy what you need. Get the majority of your trees, though, because trees, you guys, they go super fast. You may think like, oh, 50 trees is so many. It's really not, especially when you have to divvy it up between 5 different maps at some point. And you start to realize, like, holy crap, like, it really doesn't take much or it takes a lot of trees to do one little design. I think at one point several years ago, I had like 300 trees on my capital. Since then, I've probably purchased 10 times or more the amount. And I can honestly say that it does add up, and it takes a lot more than you would think to make a good design. Now, granted, a lot of them are on my limestone map in my capital and on my green map. I have a lot of trees just all over the place. But these are not cheap, and once you run out, you're going to find that when you do a design that you're always like buying one, and you're just like whittling away your profits. So anything that you think that you're going to want, get it now while it's half off. Okay. These 2 items here, the crop circle and Stonehenge, I don't know. Not a big fan of either of these, to be honest with you. Obviously, totally up to you guys. And then there's the random items. These 2, the desert, are coins based, so those are relatively easy to obtain at any point in time, but they are half off, so if you like them, you should get them. And that pretty much covers the landscape category. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start laying down trees all over my maps. And then, like I said, on the final day, you guys will get a chance, I'm speaking from the past and what they've done in the past. In the past, they have always given you one chance to go back through and buy stuff from every category. So don't buy stuff assuming that you're not going to get a chance again, but if there's something that you can't live without, then you should get it. Now, just know that you should have another opportunity to get it. Okay? So, like I said, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to be putting out a video when the next 3 categories go on sale, and then on the final day as well. And if you guys are in my Facebook group, when the sale is said and done, you can go ahead and post on there. Like, we'll have one post on there, and everybody can just like comment whatever it is that they purchased. A lot of you guys on the Missy's Building Guide are having a shopping spree of a weekend, so everybody in my group has done a lot of shopping. Some of their maps look quite crazy. I haven't looked at Sydney's map yet, but I can only imagine how many trees that he's purchased. I know Lala went crazy with the pink parks. So this was yesterday. This was what he had already before he started purchasing. I don't know what he's purchased yet so far, but we will see what you guys all end up with. All right, you guys, good luck, and I will see you in a day or two.